Hello friends, I am Shinde. In this video, we are going to start the leaf anatomy in Dicot's plants. These Dicot plants showing the internal structure of leaves, and this leaf, it is showing the this part, or it is the internal structure of dicot leaf. You know the dicot and monocot leaves. This leaf, it is an important part of the plants, and this leaf, it is a green color and it having the photosynthetic pigments, and this leaf is very important for the photosynthesis in dicot as well monocot plants. Means in plants the leaf is most important part, but this internal structure of the leaf showing different parts, and this part is very important in anatomical peculiarities. Now in this video we shall discuss about the anatomy of dicot leaves. This dicot leaf, it is look like the dorsoventral leaf, or this both the surfaces of dicot leaf, it is a different with the distinct these two leaf with this leaf of dicot plants showing dorsiventral leaf. With the dorsal and ventral surface are distinct, they are different, it is not the similar. In monocots showing monocot leaves showing the isobilateral leaf, because these monocot plants this leaf is a similar, it is a two dorsal and ventral surfaces are the equal, mean they are similar, look like the similar, they do not distinct. These two layers are not distinct because it is a similar structure, or it is a color is a similar. But in dicots, this leaf it is a different dorsiventral. These two surfaces are easily identified, the dorsal and ventral surface. This dorsal surface it is a green darker, and a lower surface it is a less darker, and this structure of this leaf showing different parts. This dorsiventral leaf it is a common in dicots, it is a very common in the dicot plants, and two surfaces are not the equal, they are not distinct, and this type of the leaf it is called the dorsiventral leaf. This leaf it is showing hairs of this dicot leaf showing different layers, and there are different parts of the hairs of dicot leaves. This hairs of dicot leaf showing the upper epidermis and lower epidermis. This most important part of this anatomy of these dicot leaves showing the adagile epidermis. This adagile epidermis it is the outermost, means this is upper epidermis, and this epidermis it is a single layered structure. It is a single layer, and these cells they are tightly packed, a rectangle shape of the epidermal cells. This is a layer of the epidermis, and this epidermis it is called the adagile epidermis. Means in the epidermis cells this stomata become absent in the upper layer of this leaf, means the upper epidermis of leaf the stomata get absent, and in this layer the cells they are tightly packed, they are packed structure of these cells, and these cells they are present, means these are the parenchymatous cells. In the kind showing the parenchyma cells, these parenchyma tissues like this epidermis, and this shape of this epidermis it is a barrel shaped structure. This is a adagile epidermis, and this lower surface also epidermis is found, and this epidermis it is called lower epidermis. This upper epidermis or also it is called the Adagile epidermis, and this is a lower epidermis. These are the epidermis, upper and lower epidermis. This anatomy of this dicot leaf showing the two distinct layers, upper and lower epidermis. This lower epidermis is most important because this lower epidermis says the stomata get present. These stomata are present in the lower epidermis. This is a small pores or opening is found in the lower surface of the leaf, and this lower epidermis, and this pore, it is a small opening, this pore, it is called the stoma. This stoma is a very important role in leaves. The number of stomata are present in the lower surface of the leaf as compared to the upper surface of the leaf. The most important function of this stomata, it is important for transpiration as well as the gaseous exchange processes takes place through this stomata. With this stomata, it is found in the leaf. Number of stomata are present in the lower surface of the leaf, and this stomata is very important role for photosynthesis process or respiration process of the plants, because this stomata, it is important for gaseous exchange. The exchange of the different gases, CO2, O2, these gases exchange are also important for the transpiration. Transpiration means it is the loss of water in the form of vapors, and this water is evaporated through this pore, and it is a very important role of this stoma, and this stoma, it is found in the lower surface of epidermis. With the lower epidermal cells, these parenchymatous cells, and this says this small pores is present, small opening is present, is called the stoma. This is a upper and lower epidermis. Now this epidermis, there are found the thin layer cells, and these thin layers, it is called cuticle. This upper epidermis or lower epidermis, the covering of these cells are present the thin layer structure, and this thin layer structure, it is the called the cuticles, and this cuticle, it is very important for protection of cells, inner cell of the internal structure of this leaf. Next part, these are the cells, they are mesophyll cells. These mesophyll tissues are present in the leaf. The mesophyll cells means these mesophyll tissues are present in inner part of the leaf, and these mesophyll cells, they are divided into two cells, palisade and spongy. This palisade tissue and spongy tissue, they get divided, these two mesophyll cells, they get divided, palisade parenchyma cells and also spongy parenchyma. In the internal structure of this mesophyll, they get this upper epidermis. Below this upper epidermis, they are found these palisade mesophyll cells. And these cells, they are compactly arranged, and in this palisade mesophyll tissues, there are present the number of chloroplasts. Chloroplasts containing cells are present in this palisade mesophyll or these palisade parenchymas tissues. They are present the abundant chloroplast, and this chloroplast is a very important role for photosynthesis. Now these cells are found below the adagile epidermis, and this mesophyll is a divided palisade and spongy. The next layer of this below this palisade mesophyll cells, this region is called spongy mesophylls. These are the spongy cells. These spongy cells, they are irregularly present in the internal leaf, and these spongy cells, they have the ear cavity. They are present the ear cavity, ear space is found in this spongy mesophyll cells. These spongy cells, they are also present the chloroplast containing cells, and this spongy parenchyma, this irregular shape structure of these cells, they are present the chloroplast containing cells, and this chloroplast is important for the photosynthesis. Now these spongy tissues or spongy mesophyll cells are present below the palisade, and there is irregular shape structure of these tissues, and they are having the ear cavity, and this ear cavity is important for the exchange of gases, is also found in this ear cavity. Now the next part in the leaf, this dicot leaf, the important part is the middle part of the leaf. It is called the vascular bundles. These vascular tissues, vascular tissues are found in the central part of this spheres of dicot leaf, showing the vascular tissues, and these vascular tissues they are varying size depending upon the ventral or the venation of plants. This venation means it is the arrangement of veins and ventlets in the leaf, and this venation, the depend of the vascular bundle, the varying size means the number of vascular bundle is depend on the venation of the leaves. Means this vascular bundle of the leaf, it is surrounded these parenchymatous cells. These are the parenchymatous cells of vascular bundles, and these parenchymatous cells, it is called bundle sheath cells. These parenchymatous cells, they are surrounding the vascular bundles, and these cells, it is called the bundle sheath cells. In the bundle sheath cells present the vascular tissues like xylem and phloem. These two important tissues are present in the dicot leaf, these xylem tissues, and these are the phloem tissues are present. The most important for this dicot leaves, these two important tissues like the xylem and phloem, these conducting tissues are present in the vascular bundles, and these tissues are very important role for the conduction of food and water. They can provide the food and water. This xylem, it is the water conducting tissue, and phloem, it is a food conducting tissues are found in the vascular bundle. But in this vascular bundle in dicot leaf, it is a closed type of the vascular bundle. This closed type of the vascular bundle means the cambium is absent. These closed vascular bundles means this is a vascular bundles, and these vascular bundles only the xylem and phloem, these tissues are found, but cambium is absent. This cambium is absent in the vascular bundle, and that's why this vascular bundle is closed. This vascular bundle of dicot leaf, it is a closed because the cambium is absent, and secondary growth is absent in the dicot leaves. This secondary growth is absent because the cambium layer is absent, and this is a vascular bundle of dicot leaf. These dicot leaves, another parts, it is the substomatal cavity is found. This is a stomatal cavity because this water is entered through this space, and later this stomata get open. That time this water is lost through this opening. Means this cavity, ear cavity, also the stomatal cavity is found in this spongy tissues of mesophyll cells, and these are very important role for the gases as well as the evaporation of water is takes place through this small opening. It is called the stomata. Now this is a dorsiventral leaf of dicot plants. The spheres of dicot leaf showing different layers, and this dicot leaf, it is a dorsiventral leaf because the distinct the dorsal and ventral surfaces, these two surfaces are different, means they are distinct, they can identify easily for ventral and dorsal. This upper surface or ventral surface of the leaf, it is a smooth, and lower surface is the rough, means they can distinctly identify, and this type of the leaf, it is called the dorsiventral leaf of dicot plants. And the internal structure of this dicot leaf showing these different layers, this upper epidermis and lower epidermis. It is a single layer structure, cells are found, and this layer of epidermis, it is outermost layer, it is called the cuticle. It is a thin layer of the cuticle is found in the upper and lower epidermis, and this lower epidermis, number of stomata pores are present, and inner surface of the leaf showing these palisade mesophyll tissues and spongy mesophyll tissues. And the innermost part is very important because it is the vascular bundles, and these vascular bundles is upper, means this layer, it is a parenchymatous tissues, and this parenchyma tissue is made up of bundle sheath cells, and inner side of this bundle sheath cells present the xylem and phloem tissues. Vascular tissues are found in these spheres of dicot leaves.